What?
I am a hypocrite because I am a huge fan, as you know, of Corgi.
Yes,
But
that's because it's a corgi. You're not allowed to not like a corgi.
thank you. Am I allowed to not let this career retrospective on the 1,000 kills as we go top lane?
Yeah, there's the flash audacious charge. Rascal doesn't even eat oranges in time, but does eventually pick them up. The last poke going to come in and score will get first blood.
But if you get enough gold on Deft early enough, maybe the mid-game Kog'Maw just takes over the game.
And now Cuz is looking at a Zenit that's almost in ult range, to be perfectly honest. Deft gets a few auto attacks in here. Will mean that Zenit will be in a lot of trouble. There's the Unbreakable, Living Artillery working. Very early barrier here from Zenit as Score and Cuz are going to spot each other.
Control that got Kingzone the first Mountain Drake. The play we saw from Cuz is Snowflower's health bar just disappears.
Yeah.
Just trying to take them out of lane and get the bad back timing. Getting a kill here, very unlikely, but the...
Snowflower not finding too much joy there as Tucson catches him. Doesn't hit him though.
AD.
Oh my god, this damage as there's the flash immediately from Deft. Wants to keep himself out of the way as Cuz is in trouble. Kingin with the ultimate has to flash to get out of there, does Cuz. But the ult is going to come through yet again. Kingzone underneath their turrets. We do have the cannon barrage that has gone down, but Cuz is already dead. And
more.
Kingin dealt with him. There we go, Circle of Frost is huge. As Score picks up the Kog'Maw, is he going to have the passive for the kill? Looks like the answer's no. It's Snowflower right underneath the turret is getting the work done. The Frozen Thralls, and Shelly's going to go in there. Yeah, knock-up is going to come down here as Kingin going to try and get himself away. There's BDD making his way forward. Deft needs to find the right target. Good ult comes out of Tucson as Score has to go into his stopwatch very early. PawN flashing on forward, gets the Rune Prison Zenit. He's going to go down. Kog'Maw grabs his third kill. Realm Warp to get Kingzone into the stragglers, and BDD is going to die to Rascal. Snowflower now in trouble. Kingin, it's 1 against 5 when it comes to the damage as instantly Deft cleanses out of the way. Kingin trying to get there, but Deft gives him a cheeky auto to the face, and that is a 5-0.
And Atlas...
As they're going to go for it right now. Look at that, close to 4,000 damage in comparison to the 317 that the Vayne was able to do. And look at this Baron melt. The cannon barrage is there. Score's just not able to get into this pit. Cuz locks that one down. Snowflower's already basically dead just because they had to walk through the ultimate. The Crescent Sweep is going to wear off. That's a Prey Seeker that locks down the kill, and this could just be another ace. As you can see, Kingin just trying to desperately escape from this game. Oh, he was poised
before the misplay and the team fight. And then we talk about what KT didn't draft. We said, yes, they went dive to try to kill the Kog'Maw. I can't really see much dive because Deft's health bar never gets even close to half.
Yep, and look at that. Cuz getting a kill with a Prey Seeker
nice
feels
Realm Warp
real
as well.
bad. Yeah.
The Realm Warp chase.
I can confirm that this certainly isn't a Juggernaut comp, but he might just be in the front line. Zen instead. Deft picks up that kill all too easily, and KT, I think the only safe place you have is your fountain, and I'm not even sure that's safe because of the range of this pug.
Kingzone walk up, that's a short cooldown. They can return to it very shortly.
Yep, another Realm Warp comes down as Deft gets into the Frozen 2, but he's still alive. He's trying to lifesteal his way back. He finally dies. 1,000 gold goes to Kingin as they have managed to take down the raid boss, but is there enough damage left over is the answer.
No.
As Kingin, he's once again just running for the hills. He wonders whether or not he's the only man on his team.
They're trying so hard to extend the game. They're diving in first, face first on a Kog'Maw. It doesn't matter. Kingzone too far ahead. Kingzone, another one bites the dust. 8-0 in a run for Kingzone if they can take out a fourth 2-0 victory in a row. Deft front lines. Zenit dies instantly. I've got your items and I do it better, says the Deft on the Kog'Maw. And from there, only a party warp can extend this game for longer than it is. The Realm Warp here was not the right decision.
I'm sorry, that just has to be the commentary of the replay. I didn't realize quite how insane that particular Realm Warp was.
Well, I was like, why is Deft there? Then I realized it could only have been Realm Warp.
Yep.
Good example. He's gone Medjai's this game. Why not?
Yep, exactly right. Okay, Score looking to find his way in. Audacious Charge is going to land onto Deft. Gets a nice knock up. Crescent Sweep is going to be in there, but look at the damage. Score is just straight up dead. He couldn't get enough work done. Tucson picks up the kill, and now Deft takes the Blast Cone to get himself over. Zenit is free hitting.
They're waiting at the W.
Is going to go down.
Is superior to Phantom Dancer against one damage type, magic damage, because you have a shield that scales on magic resist. BD probably not going to follow up. There is that Rascal ult you asked about.
He's going to throw it out immediately this time around. Says, no, I'm not going to forget it here. But all of KT are going to move themselves away. Yep, Realm Warp is going to be... Oh my god, the damage! Okay, the Baron's dead, guys. So I think that the analogy works out very, very well there, Papa Smithy. Snowflower going to get slowed down by the Winter's Bite. Cuz looking for it. BD finds the backline. Score as well. He's going to jump onto Deft. He does go into his stopwatch here as the Crescent Sweep is going to wear off. Deft survives for a long time, but eventually does fall down. But PawN still alive, still doing the damage as Score is in trouble. Cuz now looking to find his way in, but Zenit is kiting this one out. He's looking for the pentakill. The Quadra does come in, and Cuz is going to deny it.
For Zenit to go with our original analysis and have some options in team fights to take this one over, because Zenit is never under threat in this fight, and Deft very quickly has to start to deal with his defensive tools.
Yeah, this is a huge problem.
There's no peel for him. That's just what happens when Akali dives in. The rest of the threats dive in. And meanwhile, Zenit, at this point you might say, okay, Zenit's out of the fight, but the Black Shield is still on, and there's no more threat on him. His Rage Blade is fully stacked, and every 2 seconds, people be dying.
To get these minions towards this turret and keep them alive, Score is just waiting, biding his time to get in and try and challenge. Cannon Barrage is going to come through. That's going to guarantee the turret as BDD has to ult himself. That means that that's not going to be a tool that's available. Still slowed, has to claw to get out. Wind becomes lightning. Score is going to try and get some poke damage, but they're going to lose their last inhibitor turret. And this inhibitor is going to follow as well.
Important thing about the timing, though.
Party warp.
They want to get 2 inhibitors here minimum.
Yep, Claw is going to come in. Tucson blocks it. BDD not going to follow up. Zenit at about half health. Kingen looking for the flank. Rascal going to have to flash to get out of the way. The E is going to be avoided as Kingen not going to be able to re-engage. Kingzone still looking for it. Zenit has the ult on cooldown.
If Kingzone commit to a fight where Zenit comes in with his Rage Blade stacked, they will lose it, Atlas.
Yep. Zenit now doesn't have final hour. That's going to be very important for this next one. Barrels getting dealt with, but as is this inhibitor. Score in trouble. BDD gets exhausted, has to ult himself. Kingen has found the backline. Audacious Charge from Score gets him in there as well as Deft is able to limp away. Kingen trying to get on top of him, but it's Rascal that finishes it off. BDD in the backline. PawN is just being ignored, and it's a double kill for the Gangplank. Kingzone, they routed them, and Deft is barely able to survive.
They needed a team fight like that. They needed execution because this game was oh so close. Can they end the game here? They TP back from Rascal.
Yeah, well, Zenit's now trying to do it. He's trying to be that one-man army. He goes into the GA. I just think that it's too little too late. Doesn't have enough buttons left, and Deft is going to put him in the grave. This is going to be the Kingzone 2-0. KT made it interesting, but the Nexus will fall down for the 8th time in a row for Kingzone Dragon X.
While Kingzone continue that clean win streak, they learn a story that your mom told you many moons ago. Don't play with your food. They played with their food, Atlas, and 0-3 Vayne suddenly became Headache Vayne. They popped their paracetamol, they get through the headache, but that was much closer for Kingzone than it needed to be.
Yep, I was getting that PTSD coming back from those solo queue games we were talking about in the Griffin series. That was Viper destroying people on the Vayne. This was almost Zenit with a way to get back in, but in the end, your victors will be Kingzone Dragon X. MVP is Rise this time around. There were some party warps, but otherwise, just felt like they were having fun.
If you're Kingzone, you could, if you want to be glass half full, say, Game 1 clean, Game 2 one VOD review moment where they're too bold, where they realm warp.